G'day and welcome to Dave's Model Workshop. Today I'm very excited because I got a big package in the post from Japan. And let's see what this item description is. A Tamiya plastic model worth a little bit of money. 229,000 yen. It is, well, as far as I'm aware it is, my new remote control car. Ooh, let's open this up. It's a big box. It really is quite a big box. Got my handy Swiss Army knife. Let's see how it survived the trip from Japan. Been waiting for this for a little while now and I'm very excited. Cat's come to join me. So I've not really done much remote controlling for about 30 years, since the 80s, since the very late 80s. Some of you will already know what that is. Yeah, haven't done any remote control anything since I discovered girls, really. And I decided it's time to get back into it. It's the Sand Scorcher. It's the 2010 release. Very, very excited to have received this. I'll take it out of its wrapping and show you properly. But gee, that's a big box. Hey cat, off the table. So I'm going to do an unboxing video for you. I hope the sound is okay. Could be a little bit echoey, but I apologise if it is. So here is the Sand Scorcher. Pretty excited about this. Love the box. Love the box art. Can't wait to get into it. Let's see what it's like. A little bit tough to open. It's got a bit of a vacuum happening inside when you pull it up. Alright. So this is the 2010 re-release. It's not an original 1979, 1980s Sand Scorcher. Let's see what we've got here. Really solid packaging, lots of protective stuff to keep everything nice and safe, which is great. What have we got here? Let's start closest to me. So a bit of old school packaging of the metallic bearings and motor and stuff like that. A bit weird there. You can see what there is. All this stuff looks really solid and great. Bearings, joints, etc. What else do we have in our packet? Love the packaging of this, it's so well protected. Cool. So we have our plastic sprues, driver, and nose cone, and also the engine pipes. Pretty cool. Also some taillights and the sunroof. And our Tamiya wheels. 3-piece wheels. Stock standard. I'm considering replacing these with aluminium wheels or alloy wheels, not quite sure yet. May also just get the sort of cover that you put over the top of them, so you'd still have the plastic wheel but just have that front facing cover. And in this side we also have our little foam cover to fit the battery in. I believe this goes where the battery goes. So that's the left hand side. I do love this retro style stuff, it's cool. Really cool. This does remind me of opening the frog back in 1980 something. Alright, in the middle, more air packaging to keep it safe. We have our body shell. Love it. It's actually a little bit bigger than I expected. In my head, it was only about sort of that big, so it's good. I'm chuffed with that. Can't wait to get stuck into this. And you can tell it's a re-release because in the top here, you probably can't see it on camera, but in the top here it's got a little copyright thing, and it says copyright 1986 to 2010 Tamiya. So it's definitely a re-release, which I knew, but you know, if you had bought one online, you weren't quite sure what you got. I mean, there's a whole lot of clues on the front cover as well. You know, the fact that it says Tamiya.com, that didn't exist in the 80s. And all these logos have changed, so all the 70s ones are original, so it's Jackman wheels and things like that, rather than these made-up, fake automotive companies. What else do we have in the middle here? We have got our chrome plated parts, so the headlights, the wing mirrors. We've got our dust-proof body, the interior body, the sort of, I don't know what it's called, the protective part for all the good bits inside. So Tamiya originally designed this to be quite waterproof, not waterproof, but splashproof and sandproof as much as possible. Back bumper, back sort of engine guard, and our clear parts. So we've got the windscreen and side windows, 2 headlights, 2 tail lights, and 2 little indicators. Cool. That is everything in the middle there. We've got our 5 basic rules inside here. I don't know if you can read it. 5 basic rules for remote control car use. Avoid running the car in streets and crowded areas. Number 2, make sure no one else is using the same frequency in your running area. Wise. Number 3, reconnect battery when not in use. Disconnect battery when not in use. Number 4, charge battery correctly and do not modify the battery or charger. And number 5, avoid continuous running for your high performance off-road racer special racing buggy. Love it. Now that I've taken that out, down the bottom here we have our decals and instruction booklet. I'll get to those in a tick. And on the very right hand side here we have our gear case in the centre, 4 tyres and universal joints for the 1/10 scale off-road racing buggy. I love it. It's so retro. I love it, love it, love it. And inside here are all the bits and pieces. So all the stuff that actually puts this together. What's the best way to open this? At the top here. Hoping that this is all still in focus. Get out my handy Swiss Army knife. Should be putting all this back as I go, shouldn't I? It's just a big, big mess. But where's the fun in unboxing it then, eh? All the bits and pieces. Wowzers. So we've got antennas, we've got gears, we've got the fairly ugly front bumper. I'm seriously considering updating this to an alloy sort of cage bumper. It's pretty ugly. Chassis. Springs and bits and pieces, I'm assuming that's for the suspension, switches, roll cage, A, B, C, D screws and things, some oil and grease and a little socket set, and some thread lock. I didn't think I got that, so that's cool. The front piece that goes and holds the body shell on. More bits and pieces for the suspension there, suspension pistons, gears, screws, miscellaneous. I love it. Can't wait to get stuck into it. Wow, there's a lot of bits here. There's a bit more than I expected. I'm so out of my depth here. I'm assuming a few of you watching this will be people who haven't looked at my channel before, but up until now I have been purely just a plastic stationary display model person. I've not played with remote control since the 1980s, which is horrifying. It's now 2018. So yeah, I feel a little bit out of my depth, a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I can't wait to get stuck in and build this bad boy. And so yeah, if you've just found my channel, I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to RC. If you're a regular to my channel, God help me. Because you know I know nothing about this. I can't wait. It's going to be good. Let's have a closer look. I'm going to make a bit less mess here, and let's have a closer look at the instructions and the decals. So the decals and instructions. Decals, as I said, these are all made up automotive brands. I believe, I don't know, I think Tamiya, no one has said, I've done a bit of research online, and no one has said they got in trouble about it, but I think they just didn't want to pay any licensing fees for any authentic branding. So, you know, if you want it to look 70s, which I really do, I want mine to look very authentically 70s, 80s. I'm considering purchasing some replacement decals that have the correct things in it. So instead of Tamiya Racing, there should be NGK spark plugs, stuff like that. It's about 20 bucks online, I think, and I think it's worth it. I don't know, it depends how pedantic you are. And our instruction booklet. So it's going to be, yeah, really full on for me. I am out of my depth. Lots of safety precautions. I don't know a lot about all the extra stuff that I need to buy. I know that I need to get myself a transmitter and a receiver. I need to get an electronic speed controller. I need to get a servo. I need to get a battery and a battery charger. So yeah, there's a few things I still need to purchase, and I'm going to look into that very soon. But you know, batteries, I don't know what size batteries to get. So if you're with me on this, you're coming on a journey with me here while I learn, because I know bugger all. Tools, you know, do I need specific tools for this, or can I just get by with standard, you know, screwdrivers and things like that? We'll see. So there's a lot to read here, and I'm not going to sit here and read it all to you, because that is the most boring kind of unboxing product review that you can possibly do. Seriously. But yeah, we start off with the gearbox. We attach a bit of back suspension, attach the motor, all the camera, get those gears in there, start on the roll bar. It's going to keep me busy. Piston rod, the dampers, so getting into the suspension, attaching the chassis. So we're up to step 9 and we're only just working up to the chassis. Front axles and attaching uprights to our front suspension. Front member, servo saver, attaching your front member. It's a lot here. So out of my depth. Attaching the bumper, that I can do, no worries. Checking your RC equipment, that is where I'm going to be totally out of my depth. But you know, we'll learn. It's nothing scary, it's just a matter of learning. And you know, the amazing thing is, looking at this now compared to the 1980s, if you're out of your depth, come onto YouTube. There's, you know, instructions for everything. Back in the 80s, you're on your own, buddy. Attaching the RC unit, mechanism box lid, attaching the mechanism box. So I do love that it's all a self-contained unit, that's pretty cool. Wheel assembly, I feel pretty comfortable with that. Electronics is not my strong point. Putting the wheels on, I reckon I can do that. I did once have an actual car, an MGB, where one of the wheels fell off, but I think I can do it okay here. I'm not talking about a remote control car. I had an MGB where the wheel came off when I was driving it. Not good. Battery installation and painting the body shell, so I feel pretty cool with that. Attaching the exhaust. Whew, we're getting there. Attaching the windows, all this cosmetic stuff, yeah, I'm cool with that. Painting the figure, etc. Totally cool with that. got a few ideas up my sleeve. I don't know about the sunroof. I was considering having it, you know, propped open, but I think at the moment it rolls, it's just going to snap, and that's not going to make me happy. A couple of safety warnings, and some operating procedures and troubleshooting. And then a massive parts list. Check it out. How many kits have you seen where the parts list goes for 1, 2, 3, 3.5 pages? Whew. So, I put everything back in the box. That is it. That is your racing buggy Sand Scorcher from Tamiya. Really looking forward to building this. I'm almost finished my current model project, and once I have a self-imposed rule that I don't commit to 2 kits at once. I finish one kit and then I move on to the next one, and I think this is going to take up, well, 1, a lot of bench space while I build it, and 2, a lot of time and a lot of thought. So yeah, I need to finish what I'm doing before I move on. But I hope this has been informative. Stick with me, because there will be more videos coming up while I build this bad boy, and you can laugh at my lack of knowledge as we go, but we'll learn together. That sounded so cheesy. But, you know, yeah, I'm setting myself a bit of a challenge here. It's good to get out of your comfort zone, and that's exactly what I've done here. And when I'm cursing it and saying how does this go together, then you know I'm out of my comfort zone, and I think I will be cursing it. Okay, guys, I hope this has been helpful. Come back for more soon, and see you later. Bye.